Every sip of wine you take randomly changes your cultivation level. But after 10 years of drinking, not only did you never hit the legendary Emperor realm, you wrecked your meridians and became a Feyren who can't cultivate at all. Your master, who once had high hopes for you, now treats you like garbage. Even your own cave dwelling is about to be taken by the new junior disciple. Thinking about how the entire sect abandoned and ignored you, you can't help but feel heartbroken. You pull out your wine gourd for one more drink, but you never expected this one sip would finally trigger the Emperor realm you've been dreaming of. As massive spiritual energy floods into your body, the Emperor's divine sense lets you see the next 100 years of the Grand Luo sword sect. Turns out your master's favoritism and your fellow disciples' respect were all fake. They only cared about your primordial sword body, not you as a person. The moment your meridians were destroyed, they immediately gave all resources to the new junior disciple. But what they don't know is this junior's true identity. He's a demonic cultivator. Within 100 years, he'll climb his way to becoming sect master of Grand Luo sword sect, then destroy the sect from within and torture everyone who trusted him to death. And it all starts with this junior stealing your cave dwelling. Right now in the sect's main hall, no one notices. The change is after you drank that wine. Sect Master Su Yueling looks at you coldly and says, "Lu Ting, pack up and move out tonight. Give Little Jade Peak to Liang Xiaoyu. You can find yourself another cave dwelling somewhere else in the sect." As soon as she finishes, Liang Xiaoyu's eyes flash with smugness. "Master, absolutely not. Although I do love Little Jade Peak, it belongs to senior brother Lu. I wouldn't want to take what's his." Su Yueling waves her hand and says in a commanding tone, "Xiaoyu, don't say another word. If you like Little Jade Peak, it's yours. Don't let irrelevant people affect your cultivation." As soon as she says this, all the elders around chime in. Xiaoyu is too kind-hearted. That Lu Ting drinks all day and can't even cultivate. He's been wasting Little Jade Peak doing nothing. Should have kicked him out ages ago. Exactly. Watching Liang Xiaoyu's fake act, and hearing the elders and fellow disciples mock and ridicule you, a special idea suddenly pops into your head. With your current Emperor realm power, forget killing these few people. You could wipe out the entire sect in a single thought, but letting them die so easily would be too merciful. Since this,
Liang Xiaoyu is the calamity that'll destroy the sect.
why not let him betray and torture them one by one? Then when Liang Xiaoyu thinks his plan succeeded, you'll step in and crush his Dao heart. Only then will this revenge be satisfying. Thinking this, you smile calmly and say, "Forget Little Jade Peak. I'll give my core disciple position to junior brother Liang too. From today on, I'm leaving the Grand Luo sword sect." The hall erupts in shock. Everyone stares at you in disbelief. Su Yuling's eyes flash with confusion. In just a few seconds, he recalls when he first brought you into the sect, saying your innate sword body was the sect's future hope, and promising in front of everyone you'd inherit the sect master position. Back then, maybe there was some master-disciple bond between you two. But 10 years have passed in a flash, and now all he worries about is how to make you forget that old promise, so he can make way for the truly talented Liang Xiaoyu. Hearing you voluntarily ask to leave the sect, he can't wait to agree immediately, but agreeing too quickly might make him look too heartless. Luckily, the elders beside him see through his concerns and start egging him on. This Lu Ting at least has some self-awareness. Sect Master, just agree to it. He's been a core disciple for 10 years. You've done more than enough, Sect Master. Everyone around chimes in one after another, finally giving Su Yueling the excuse he needs. He nods. The matter is settled. You turn and leave, and behind you rises a chorus of cheers celebrating Liang Xiaoyu's rise. No one sees that outside the hall. You actually tore through space and vanished. Meanwhile, thousands of miles away at the heavenly secret tower, an old man on the observatory platform suddenly opens his eyes wide, watching the sudden change in the stars and muttering to himself, "That fortune I could never identify has left the Grand Luo sword sect. I've been observing for 20 years and still couldn't figure out what it was. Now it's finally making a move. It's left the Grand Luo sword sect." In his excitement, the old man quickly orders his most trusted disciple, Ao Yu. "Go investigate what happened at the Grand Luo sword sect immediately. If you find any leads, secure that fortune no matter what." Disciple Qin Wuyao doesn't dare delay. He rushes off, but out of curiosity, he still asks, "Master, how big is this fortune?" The old man's face lights up with excitement. He simply spits out 4 words. "An emperor is born." Back at the Grand Luo sword sect, everyone's lives haven't changed at all because of your departure. The only change is that Liang Xiaoyu couldn't wait to move into Little Jade Peak that very day. In the hall, his followers line up on both sides, clearly treating Little Jade Peak like a mini-sect headquarters. A decent-looking woman is clinging flirtatiously to Liang Xiaoyu's arm. But right now, Liang Xiaoyu shows none of his usual humility. Instead, he says coldly to the woman, "Go find a few reliable disciples and head down the mountain. Find that Lu Ting for me and kill him." Hearing this, the woman's face changes and she steps back. Before Liang Xiaoyu joined the sect, this senior sister Wang used to wait on you hand and foot, taking great care of you. Though she switched to serving Liang Xiaoyu now, and hasn't held back on mocking and insulting you, when it comes to actually taking your life, the woman still feels some resistance. But Liang Xiaoyu glances at her and questions, "What's wrong? You won't even do this small thing for me? Don't tell me you still have feelings for that Lu Ting. When I become sect master one day, I was hoping you could help me manage sect affairs." As soon as he says this, the hesitation in the woman's eyes vanishes instantly. "Xiaoyu, don't worry. Senior sister will complete the mission." After the woman confidently leaves, Liang Xiaoyu and his followers all burst out laughing, as expected of a righteous sect. No shortage of people like her. We can dump all the dirty work on her from now on. The followers all flatter him as well. Meanwhile, after leaving the mountain, you're strolling around a small town near the sect. Right now, even though you have Emperor Realm cultivation and are invincible, you've barely left the sect since transmigrating. this continent still has plenty of new things for you to explore. Walking along, you suddenly spot a tavern. The aroma of wine drifting out catches your interest. Ever since you broke through to Emperor Realm, you can clearly feel you've broken free from your abilities' limitations. Drinking wine not only won't change your cultivation anymore, it can even nourish your sword intent and solidify your strength. Running into good wine at this moment? Of course you have to try it. Making up your mind, you order a few bowls from the waiter and sit down to drink alone. In the past, you drank with the goal of increasing your realm. Every sip, you'd check your dantian, examine your cultivation, never really savoring the taste. That's why drinking never helped you relax. Instead, it always felt like there was a huge weight pressing on your chest. But now your mind is clear. Your heart free of worries. Even though you're drinking ordinary mortal wine, you feel a satisfaction you've never experienced before. Deep in your cups, you lean back in the moonlight and slowly drift off. Qin Wu Yao from the Heavenly Secret Tower arrives at your side right then. Seeing you completely unguarded, relaxed and carefree, Qin Wu Yao can't figure out how you're connected to an emperor is born. But all signs point to you, being the person he's looking for. With that thought, Qin Wu Yao doesn't hesitate. He hoists you over his shoulder and leaves the tavern. But he hasn't gone far. When Qin Wu Yao notices your body is radiating some kind of aura. Under this aura's influence, his spirit transformation realm bottleneck is actually starting to loosen. This bizarre sensation gives Qin Wu Yao a huge shock. For ordinary cultivators, there's only one way to increase cultivation. No matter what pills, elixirs, or treasures you have, you can't escape endless days and nights of training. At minimum, you need to meditate and circulate your qi. But just by carrying this guy on his back, his cultivation is steadily rising. He hasn't even walked 10 miles and he's about to break through. No wonder his master takes you so seriously. Thinking this, Qin Wu Yao sets you down against a large tree. He closes his eyes and begins circulating his energy to break through.